So today I want to talk about what is success. And just to be clear, I'm an entrepreneur. I have a business. It's a very small business. I know basics of entrepreneurship. I'm not a beginner anymore. It's been about 4 or 5 years. All this hype in today's culture is about being successful. Being successful usually means being an entrepreneur. You can look at these people I have in thumbnails: Steve Jobs, Richard Branson. It's correlated with money, wealth, power, and all these things. But what are these things? Are these really the sources of true success and contentment? Or is there anything beyond this? Because we know many people who have money or who made a lot of money in business, or they've taken care of their family and they are still unhappy, ungrateful. So if you're an entrepreneur or somebody obsessed with making money, as I was really obsessed with this. And I thought this will bring me happiness. You need to get your priorities straight. Let me ask you a question. Now, this is an exercise, so go with me. Think of a moment when you got sick. I'm sure in your life you had some health issues. Let's say you had a flu. You were sick, you were lying in the bed, you were trembling with fever, and you were sweating. What were you thinking about? Were you thinking about your money? Was your business really providing you with success? In that scenario, when you were lying in that bed, what was really the most important to you? Was it your family, maybe your relationship, maybe your faith? What was it? And that's really the true test of what's important to you and what is really success, because we can see there are some countries in this world where people are really struggling and they are happy in terms of they are very grateful for their existence. And we can see countries where people have a lot of things and still people are ungrateful and they think they deserve something. Is success really tied to money, entrepreneurship, and all that? And are these people really living happy lives? Maybe you went to a funeral at some point in your life. Maybe your grandmother died or something like that. And you look at the body in the coffin, or you look at the coffin. What good was the money she made, or what good was the house? Is it coming with her somewhere? Is there anything after death? Or is it just like, this is it, this life is it, I'm gonna be rich and show everybody my money, and then I'm gonna still die, so I'm not gonna keep that money. Everything I own in this life is going to be taken away from me at some point. So you're a billionaire, you die, and then your $1 billion, let's say, will get distributed in your family. What benefit do you have from them now in the grave when you're dead? Nothing. It was all fake. So you actually don't own anything in this life, in this world. Like if I buy a house, I think I bought it, I own this. But if I die, I don't own this house. This house goes away and somebody else buys it. Basically, the reality is ownership is a mistake. It doesn't really exist in the real life. But on some level, we have to act as a society. So of course, we recognize private ownership and we act accordingly. So I know I own this TV remote, but I don't really own this remote control because I don't really own my body. I don't know who gave it to me. I never gave myself the body. Did you? Do you know how you came into existence? You were born and you just were thrown into this world. Now you're making money. You think you're like getting somewhere, but you don't even know who gave you life, or was it random? Like what happened? So you have to switch your mind into like, okay, you actually don't own anything in this world, not even your body, not even your mind, not even your children. These are all just things you're going through, experiences, and basically that success mentality is gonna drive you crazy. And I know because I've been through it. So you really have to switch it up and think more deeply and think really at the ultimate end. And so that's where did you come from? Where are you going when you die? And what is the purpose of your life? You need to answer these 3 questions. And if you can, that's the real success. And the closer you get to the truth of these 3 questions, the closer you'll be happy. The closer you'll be to the feeling of happiness or contentment. We're not looking for one spike of happiness like, yeah, I won a lottery. We're looking for consistent flow of happiness, consistent state of well-being, present focus, staying away from the noise out there. And yeah, making money. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I love when I sign a deal, and I love when I sell something, and I love closing a deal, sending the invoice, getting money in the bank account, screaming, yeah, but I'm not associating with it, like it's detached from me. So that's what you want to achieve definitely as well. And if you want to then make $1 billion, do it, but just know that this $1 billion does not belong to you. It's not going to help you in the grave. So you should spend some more time figuring out what's going to happen after you die, because why would you make money when you know it's not going to help you at the end? And you think you have 60 years ahead of you, but in reality, maybe you can die tomorrow and you have nothing. And even if you have 60 years, you know how quickly they go by like this. I'm 30. I'm celebrating my 30th birthday tomorrow. And I remember when I was 20 and I remember when I was 10 years old. So, and it went by like that. So I know in a couple of years I'll be dead. And so when I do, I want to really be prepared for what's going to happen afterwards. But if you don't concern yourself with that, that's going to be a problem, man. So really start reading into some books, start reading some religious texts, and try to figure out if there's any purpose to this existence. Is it reincarnation? Is there an infinite cycle of life and death? Is there a God? What does he want? So look into those things. And my advice to you is study Tawheed. If you don't know, I'll spell it out on the screen. Tawheed, it's the concept of God in Islam, oneness. And just study it. Google it, go to Wikipedia and look at Tawheed. What does it mean? If it resonates with you, read the Quran. Thank you for watching this. It's Jan, and I'll be in touch soon.